Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV, and for those that are watching that haven't already done so, Happy New Year guys. Welcome to the Brentford versus West Ham United third round FA Cup watch along live as always. This video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, but there's also some really nice Admiral and Umbro claret and blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts in there, so go check those out. And there's a sale on at the moment with New Year's Day and all the rest of it, so go check that out as well. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity in the Newham area that are helping those in the Newham area and further afield of the Essex County as well, for that matter, to help people put food on their table. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt, some very nice casual gear. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping out those that are less fortunate than you and I. So guys, in the live chat, there's a poll that's stuck to the top. Unfortunately, I know Sheena's put a comment in there. Sheena, can you put your comment in again so I can put it up? Because it's at the moment it's sitting under the poll, so I can't change. I can't get access to it, I'm afraid. So Poppy, welcome. Nice to see everyone. Luke's in the chat. Favorite channel for watching watch-alongs. Thanks, mate. That's really appreciated. Thank you very much. Now, guys, before we go into talking about the team sheet, this is the perfect opportunity for us to be able to go and put a full squad out. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is down and bearing in mind that we're not playing Wolves until basically the game would have finished this time next week, so the players can have a rest. But that's, for me personally, that's what I would have personally done. What, Sheena, welcome. Oi, 3-1 to us. Absolutely agreed. So, but yeah, so let's have a look at the team sheets. So in goal for Brentford is Traskoska, I think you pronounced that, with a back four of Roysleslev, Ayer, me, and Beck Svorensen. Goodos, Jensen, and De Silva in the midfield three, with Lewis Potter, Wisser, and Damsgaard up front. On the bench for them is Henry, Karnos, Skade, Jorgensen, Janet, Stevens, Cox, I should say, Trevitt, and Yarmuluk, I think you pronounced that. For West Ham, Fabianski remains in goal for some random reason. Not really sure the reason behind that. Haven't seen anything on Patreon as from X to see why that's the case. But yeah, it is what it is. Dawson, Ogbonna, and Aguerd as the back three, with Johnson, Rice, Souček, and Emerson in the midfield four, with Bowen and Paqueta supporting Antonio up front. The substitutes are Randolph, so questions around why Areola's not available, Creswell, Fornals, Downs, Benrahma, Kera, Coventry, Simon Sawyer, and Mubamba from the academy. So, and also we've got also the referee for this game, unfortunately, is Andre Mariner. Now I didn't do a preview for this because I thought there's no real point. We know that Soufal's injured. We played them a week ago, genuinely a week ago. It's not really, it wasn't any really worthwhile going into the details of it. So yeah, but as I say, it's worrying that Fabianski's in goal. It really is worrying that he's still in goal. I mean, what genuinely, if anybody knows, because I haven't seen anything coming up, if anybody knows why Areola isn't even on the bench, by all means let us know in the live chat, or for those watching the replay, let us know in the comments section below. But it's worrying, really is worrying. Of Richard, hello mate, I placed his vote, good lad. Richard reckons the 3-1 to the Hammers. Even with his bad spelling. So yeah, there's been 6 votes so far. We've got 9 people watching and only 1 like. So come on guys, hit that like button. Sharpish. And talking to Sharpish, Taylor, welcome. We need Areola Sharpish, 100%. Luke's saying Areola is sick apparently. Okay, fair enough. Still a worry nonetheless. But maybe, I don't know. Anyway, your good health guys, your good health. So yeah, come on. 3 people only liked and 11 people watching. Come on. Richard said, drinking and texting don't mix. Mate, you can't even do it when you're sober properly, son. Do I have to remind you of your weird vlog of getting lost, getting to Chigwell from Loughton? I hope you were sober when you made that video, mate. If you weren't, that's really fucking worrying. But we've had some entertaining results in the FA Cup already. I didn't pay attention to last night because I don't give a shit about Man United. But Luke, Sheen is still reiterating 3-1 to us. Luke, give us your score prediction, mate, if you're still watching. But yeah, you know, it's we've had some good times we've seen some good results in the FA Cup so far today. You know, I feel sorry for Borough. They played really, really well. I watched Borough Brighton. It was the only game I was able to watch when I was getting ready for everything. But yeah, I thought Brighton played exceptionally well. But I feel sorry for Borough because they really tried in the first half. They genuinely did try. Luke says, a bit of fun. What's your greatest FA Cup memory? Love Dean Ashton's Man City goal. FA Cup memory. Favourite one. It's a real struggle there, mate. I mean, I agree with you. Luke says 1-1 replay. Yeah, the replays are back. There's no going to be penalties. There's going to be the replays are back for this FA Cup campaign, so that's going to be entertaining. FA Cup favourite games. Jesus Christ, memories. I suppose. No, it's more the League Cup, mate. To be honest with you, we've had a bit of a disappointment in the FA Cups. It's more the League Cups, to be honest with you. So I can't really say because my memory is very sketchy about FA Cup games. We see them so few and far between nowadays. Sadly, I guess. No, I can't. I really, genuinely, you've really put me on the spot there, Luke. You really have, son. I guess probably. I'd say Man United. I think a few years back. Remember Joe Cole's debut against Swansea? Julian Dix scored on his return. It was before my time. I'm afraid, mate. Growing up in Surrey, wasn't really able to go into games until I was in my late teens, early 20s. And, you know, we missed a lot of the stuff, unfortunately. But, Paul, hello, mate. JP, West Ham to win 2-1. I heard Areola is injured himself on training ground. Luke's saying that he's out with an illness. So either way, it's not good. Whatever's happened. I know people are asking, was he injured in training? So that might be where you're coming from that. But yeah, have we got any updates? No, nothing yet. Yeah. So anyway, so whatever the cause is, it's a disappointment, but at the same point, you know, it's to be fair, I think it's a lot of a stronger side than we kind of thought, kind of half expecting. To be honest with you, I mean, we know that Soufal was badly injured in the Leeds game, so it makes sense that a back three of Dawson, Ogbonna, and Aguerd is going to be the case. You know, a lot of people criticise Kehrer for his performance against Leeds, and I understand it. I think it's a bit over the top in certain guises. Bearing in mind it was the first time he's ever played as a left back, and Aguerd obviously filled in very quickly for that. But yeah, I don't think Moyes trusts him as either wing back, so that's probably why he's not starting. Emerson and Johnson, I'm surprised that we did talk about it in the Leeds game, saying it was, you know, he needs to have a bit of a run out, and he does 100%. I think he needs to prove himself to get that contract that he wants, and what better way to do it against Premier League opposition in the FA Cup? You know, it's a one-off from that point of view. Souček starting. Why not Downs? Quite frankly, guys, feel free to chip in at any point what I'm talking about. Bowen and Paqueta in the midfield, supporting Antonio up front. Scamacca should have started for me, but he's out as well, so maybe he's injured. It's not looking good for the Wolves game next week. Maybe it's a precaution he's been rested for the Wolves game. I mean, what a goal he scored against Leeds. He's such a good game. He had such a good game against them. I just don't. But anyway, we just don't understand what's going on. Sheffield United. Who was it? Was it Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday? No, it was United. Sheffield United beat Millwall in the FA Cup, so they're out. So I'm sure we're happy with that lot. Richard says, if there's no goal by 25 minutes and 23 seconds in, I bet there will be one in 45 plus the extra time. 100%, mate. Yeah, more than likely. I do hope that we go out with the same drive and passion and want for the ball that we did against Leeds. I think I really want us to turn the disappointment of New Year's Eve game, turn that around and get some pride back. And just it'd be nice to have an FA Cup run. But this is the problem. This is the catch-22. The bread and butter is, as we all know, is the Premier League. We know that. But at the same point, we haven't won a trophy bar the Intertoto and the odd playoff final since the day I was born. We need a League Cup or we need an FA Cup. So it's a catch-22. The priorities are stay up in the Premier League, but try and win a trophy every single year. Of course, obviously the Europa Conference League is going to be a good shout for that, but at the same time, guys, it's a struggle. It really is a struggle. Richard says, just hammer the bees, we'll be fine. Agreed, mate. It'd be nice to get out of the third round into the next round, and as I thought, we're wearing that piss awful white and gold thing. That's why I made the animation that looking like that rather than how it was last week. I'll say last week, only a few days ago, wasn't it? Wednesday night. But yeah, so there's 14 people watching, 4 likes. Come on, hit the like button if you haven't already done so. For those that haven't already done so, put your comments in the comment section, in the live chat, I should say. Give us your score predictions as well. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. So according to the channel I'm watching on, Brentford are going for a 4-5-2. Sorry, 3-5-2. And not the 4-3-3 that the BBC have stated. But I mean, you could say it's a 3-3-2-2, so it's either way. Just like nearly forgot. You did forget, otherwise you wouldn't have done it if I hadn't reminded you. And yeah, as the BBC have confirming, it's the same thing of a 4-3-3 for West Ham. But yeah, it's going to be entertaining because I think, obviously we're going to have a back five with Johnson and Emerson to try and defend, and then a midfield 4 of when we're on the attack, stroke trying to hold possession. But it's just, I don't know. Come on, guys. Come on, talk to me. It's only Richard talking. There's 15 people watching at the moment and only one person putting live chats in there. Come on, put your details in. I know everyone's struggling to find a feed, which is a real, but Richard is asking, is Hammers on TV today? Not on the UK channels, mate. No, unfortunately not. So this, obviously I'm using my IPTV service again, but it looks like the kickoff's about to take place in any few seconds now. So I've been able to upgrade the system from behind the scenes. So yeah, it's not going to make any difference to you, but hopefully it's going to make the things run a bit smoother. Because obviously I got a bit of criticism for not updating the league table, the score results last time, and I totally get that. I made a bit of a flippant joke about it, but I totally get that. Richard Day, hello, evening, and this will be a 2-0 win to West Ham United. Good to see you, Rich. Pop's probably saying getting the homework due yesterday. So you've got a let off, Poppy, for not giving us your comments and your predictions. Richard said, would you want to win the FA Cup but get relegated? No, mate. No, Ralph. I wouldn't in any shape or form. I want us to stay up and have a decent cup run. Because we'll be in shit if we're ever down in the Championship again. We really will. We'll lose half the players for less than a third of the price we paid for them. And the game's kicked off. And Ogbonna with a long ball, try and route one football, but it doesn't happen. So Ben Mee on the ball. Now over to Sorensen, who puts the ball out for a West Ham throw-in. Richard says, I'll be charging my phone when it starts, so chat more second half. All right, mate. That's not a problem. Well said. Tell that to TalkSport. I don't give a shit about TalkSport. Really don't care. So it looks like who's going to take the throw-in? Who's taking the throw-in? Johnson, by the looks of it. Could you have a close-up, please, cameraman, so we can see what's going on? Fornals. That wasn't Fornals. Who was it? Suchek, I think that was. I hate these wide shots, man. It's ridiculous. It's too wide. I know it looks great on the telly, but here we go. So Johnson take the throw in again. Gets intercepted. It was booted back. Bonner headers over, trying to find what looks like. Who the fuck is that? Souček, but can't. Rice with a long ball up to Antonio, who heads it back to Souček. Ball in. Really good idea from Souček to get Antonio behind the line there, and it almost works. Souček again. Antonio battling for the ball. Can he keep the ball in? Yes, he does. Goes into the box. But it looks like we're getting a free kick from the foul on Souček. Irish defender. We're not. It's just. This is. Can we have a conversation about the game, please, mate? This isn't a live Q&A. That's a free kick. So Souček's down. He got fouled. How's that a free kick to Brentford? Anyway, who cares? Irish defender says, I think Brentford will win. Fair enough. Long ball. Fabianski gathers. Come on. Fabianski taking his time once again, as he always did. Taylor says, you are so David Brent sometimes, mate. It's so funny. Well, what? Johnson. It goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Bone looks all right from that challenge. Antonio tries to keep it in, but goes out for a Brentford throw-in. Brentford with a throw-in. Looks like Sorensen, I think. At some point, there we go. And to Jensen, back to Sorensen. Ben Mee passes it back to Strakosa. Oh, wow, the fuck you pronounce it. I don't give a shit. Emerson tries to get it, but it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. And it says, just joking, mate. No, I know you were, fella. Calling it now 3-1 West Ham. It'd be handy. Irish defender just says, as Emerson takes the throw-in. I feel like West Ham are playing horrible this season, but Brentford are class. Yeah, to a degree, mate. Table don't lie. Next cliche you want to come out with. De Silva. Over 3 to Jensen, I think that is by Giodos. Can't really make out who they are because the camera's too wide. Looks like possibly me. Sorensen. Rice intercepts. Souček. Back pass to Ogbonna. He back passes it to Fabianski. He should be booting it. He does. He clears his ball quicker. Ball in possession from Brentford once again. Over to Sorensen. I think that by the looks of it. Niger. Roslev. I think. No, who's that? I can't say. Yeah, now it's Roslev. Back to Niger. De Silva. Ben Mee. Still me. Sorensen. Even the commentators aren't even fucking saying who's playing it. They're just waffling. They don't even bloody know. And they can see it better than we can. We should put that again in, but make it more sense. If you've spilt a beer on your phone or something, mate, because that makes absolutely no sense. Ball over to Ajer. Think before you plink, the Stale Boy says. Half of that isn't even in English. Right, Right, so De Silva on the right-hand side. Souček not showing enough bollocks to try and get the ball, but still Brentford is still in possession. Can't tell who's who because you can't see the numbers. Because the sticky toffee look at the Brentford home shirt makes it difficult to read the numbers out on this string. If it was HD, it'd be perfect. It's not HD, it's just about standard definition. Richard's saying, think we need 2 striker. 2 strikers? Yeah. Honestly, man, come on. It's not difficult to type with autocorrect. Take your time, mate. You don't have to rush it. We do need 2 strikers, but unfortunately it looks like Scamacca's out at the moment, which is a bit of a worry. There's nothing officially confirmed, but we'll have to wait and see over the next couple of days. And now Emerson passing it through to Souček, but gets intercepted. It's our first corner, surely. That was off. It was off Bowen. Sorry, it was off Bowen. Mark, stop looking for attention. You're not going to get it. Just talk about the game or bugger off, mate. Seriously, this isn't here to feed your egos. Reshi, welcome. Hello. Come to watch your watch along as a neutral. Good lad. Nice. Always nice to have neutral fans or fans of other oppositions who actually want to talk about the game. Not make it all about them. Ball through. Brentford still in possession. Ruslav's getting really far up for a right back, really far up, but not doing anything. It's just passing it around, looking for spaces, which is exactly what we've just given to Silva. Nobody trying to tackle it, just standing off, just watching to see what they're doing. Roslav back to the Silva again. He puts it over to Gudos, I think that is, and over to the Silva on the Ponson on the ball again. It's all Brentford as it should be. And it's a feeble attempt to try and score a goal, but by 23 Lewis Potter, but nothing comes of it. Fabianski. Good. Ball to Antonio. Really well done. Really great movement from him. Great run. Great run. Tapping himself into the box, but nobody's supporting him. And of course, he loses the ball. And it goes back to the goalkeeper who boots it long, trying to try Route 1 football. But the only person it gets to is Ogbonna. He passes it to Rice. And what quick 1-2 between him and Johnson. Bar looks like it's Emerson over to Gued. Rice. Hang on, what? Looks like Paqueta, I think, has had a couple of guys on the ball there so far. Intercepted by Dawson. Johnson. Paqueta. Rice asking for it. Puts it to Emerson instead, who now puts it to Rice in the centre circle. Throws it through to Bowen. Back to Rice from Dawson. Aguerd. Gabs, hello, mate. Too early to say, mate. It's only 10 minutes in, but so far a lot of this has been Brentford. Mark says, who do you think will win the game? To be honest with you, mate, I think this is going to go to a replay. I'm hoping it's going to go to a replay. I can't see us getting a win out of this, but Brentford could quite easily win. It's very, very difficult to call. But thank you for finally contributing. Aguerd. Looks like there's going to be a free kick. Yeah, free kick to Brentford. The rain's absolutely hammering it down. About half hour ago, it was absolutely pissing it down over here, so it's understandable it's going to be travelling west. So as he says, I predict Brentford to win 1-0. It's very possible, mate. Very possible. The Silva gets turned Socek, but not really having many options because everyone's behind. But it looks like Jensen's bombing down now. Sorensen. No, Goodos, I think that is. Rice trying to make a tackle, but half-heartedly. Come on, 33 people watching and only 6 likes. Come on, people. Pull your fingers out. Just tap the like button. If you haven't already done so, please do share and subscribe as well. And it goes out for a West Ham goal kick. Well, if Richard was here, I'd say you were spot on, mate. It's 12 minutes on the clock and no goal yet. So halfway getting there. Fabianski with the goal kick. Route 1. Trying to find it with Souček, but he gets out and it goes out for a West Ham throw-in and a Brentford throw-in, even though it was actually off a Brentford player. But apparently the ref thinks it's off. The linesman that think it's off Antonio. Now the ball gets booted back to this goalkeeper. To a J, I think that is. Sorensen. Sorry, Royce left, I should say. The Silva. Ajaya over to me. Sorensen back to Ben Mee by the looks of things. Gabs is saying, whatever the score, I hope we will move on either way, with or without Moyes. Moyes is staying to the end of the season, mate. I guarantee it. West Ham don't operate like other football teams and just sack their manager on a whim. They take their time. So you got to respect them from that side of things. But yeah, sometimes it can be disastrous. We all know that. So not even trying to get in there. We're coming up to almost a quarter of an hour into the game now, and they're just really not trying. Just letting Brentford walk about with the ball, almost literally. Lewis Potter. Oh, Whistle could have scored then. Absolutely could have scored then. It was an open goal. Whistle could have scored. We were 6 and 7s in the defence there. It was pathetic. Lewis Potter tracks in, straight past the Gued. Ogbonna slows down so it gets to Whistle's feet. And then, and to be fair, Fabianski comes out and makes a fantastic save. Really, really good save to put him off. And Whistle jumps over him, but it's nowhere. But because Fabianski touches the ball, it goes out. Goes out for a corner, which is literally about to be taken by De Silva. So a little bit of life in this game at the moment now. A little bit of pressure. Short corner. Ball in. Ogbonna headers out, but only goes as far as De Silva lets it go out for a throw-in. Really quickly taken. Aguirre clears, but everyone's in the box, so of course Johnson's going for it by the looks of him. Bless him. Go on, son. And it goes out for a West Ham throw-in off Dawson, I think. No, that's not Dawson. That's Rice. Off Rice. The ball in. Shouts for handball, but absolutely fuck all with it. Only 2 people and half of the crowd. Half of the stand, I should say, by the sounds of it. And that was a free kick to West Ham. This is quite... Well, apparently taken too quickly. The Gued took the free kick too quickly for the wrong position. The Rice has been told to place it. No, you shouldn't do this live on camera, but I'm hungry. I'm hungry, like. Most of us are normally having dinner by now. Brentford. Sorry, Brentford. Fabianski with the goal, free kick. Aiming for Souček. But it goes out for a throw-in instead. Emerson just take it. Agued. Ogbonna. Dawson. Johnson. Back to Dawson. Rice is telling him to put it back to Ogbonna, but he's completely ignoring him. Completely ignoring him. Do it something, Dawson. Here we go. Johnson. Goes out for a throw into West Ham. This isn't exactly high octane football, ladies and gentlemen. Really isn't. Ogbonna to Agued. To who, cameraman? Thank you. We missed about 3 passes because of that. Fucking arsehole. Paqueta. Back to Paqueta from Souček, that looks like. Through to Johnson. Emerson mincing in, but Brentford break. And Brentford clear the lines, I should say. Rice. Dawson. Paqueta. Through to Souček. Technically gets fouled, but keeps the ball. Just. There's a ball in. Emerson gets pushed, but nothing doing. He doesn't go over. But Antonio's been able to gather the ball. Paqueta, back to Antonio. Antonio taking too long, but keeps the ball. Paqueta goes and straight over the goalkeeper. That is a Chris Waddle special. That really, really is a Chris Waddle special. Wow. Wrexham has scored 2 goals in 4 minutes. 6 minutes. Wow. Just waiting for Brentford's goalkeeper to make the goal kick. At some point in the next century. Would be handy. Long ball. Agued intercepts. Paqueta gathers. He's got options to his left and to his right, but he's going to run it forward. Goes to Souček. That's why Bowen should say, but it's 3 or 4 yards wide. Just waiting for the goalie to do the goal kick once again. La 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 la. Come on. That was pointless, wasn't it? Nice interception run. Paqueta gets it. Johnson. Rice. Souček. Back to Rice. Over to Johnson. Rice. Ogbonna. Over to Agued, just running through the halfway line. He's got no options around him. Emerson back to Rice, just ahead of the halfway line. To Dawson, just over it. Paqueta. Souček. Johnson. Too slow. Too slow. And Brentford put the ball out for a throw-in. It's too slow. It's too slow, man. It's ridiculous. Johnson. Ball in and ball well over, but well over for a goal kick. Not the most entertaining games here, guys. Let's see what the poll results are so far. 80% of you, 44 votes. Thank you very much, guys. 80% of you think West Ham are going to win this. That's optimistic. Come on, 32 people watching and only 8 likes. What's the matter with you people? Me. The Jer by the looks of it. Rodislav. Back to Jer. Over to me. Sorensen. Gabs says, come on. I haven't seen this many tits in my life as when I'm trying to find a working stream. Probably more entertaining than the game I hear. Yeah, probably, mate. Yeah. Well, there's 11 sets of tits out there at the minute, that's for sure. It's entertaining, but it's just difficult to talk about because it's just basic football out there at the moment. The Brentford with the throw in. So if I could read the shirts, the Brentford shirts better, I'd be able to tell you who's got what. But this stream isn't exactly high quality. I mean, it's nice, it's viewable, but it's just difficult to view, difficult to read. Jensen now. Can't tell. By the time I try to figure out who it is, and the ball's gone to about 2 other players by then. Long ball from probably Lewis Potter by the looks of it. An easy gather from Fabianski, and Ogbonna applauds him. I'm not sure if it's... Oh, it was Roslev. Right, so you got Emerson looking for options and getting absolutely fuck all. So he passes it to Souček on the left-hand side just by the halfway line. He passes it back to him because he don't want it. And he passes it back to Ogbonna, who should be dinking it to Dawson. He does. And the long ball, trying to find Bowen by the looks of it. Can Bowen get it? Yes, he can. Only just. He gets... There we go. Souček trying to get to Paquetá, but he's not strong enough. That's a goal kick. I don't believe that was fully behind the line, to be honest with you. But Paquetá is now injured. Great. Fan Dabby bloody those. Let's have a look at the replay here. That's a cut. That's not over. That ball's still in. No, that's not over. That's not fully over the line, by the looks. Let's look at it from this angle. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. VAR's checking it, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, I don't know. It's right. So for those that are watching it on the stream, give us your thoughts of how the first half has gone. It'd be interesting to see what you guys are saying. Right, so me back to the goalie, back to me. Long ball from me. Ogbonna gathers easy, passes it back to Fabianski, who clears it long. Souček. Antonio. Emerson, read it properly. Everyone can see he was about to do that. And now Brentford on the counter-attack because of Emerson's being too fucking slow. De Silva. Save from Fabianski. Sheena's saying, I don't say how they... I don't know. I think that's supposed to be how they can say Moyes has put a strong team out. It is. To be fair, just going for, we've got Fabianski, Dawson, Ogbonna, Aguerd, Johnson, Rice, Souček, Emerson, Bowen, Paquetá, and Antonio. Nine of those 11 players are starters every single week. So that's probably where that argument's come from, to be honest with you. Dave says, hello, bud. How are we looking? Not great, Dave. Not great in any shape or form. It's not... I mean, it's just like... we've got the graphic come up on the screen now saying 55% attacking down the right-hand side, but we've done absolutely fuck all with it. And Emerson's working hard, to be fair. He really is. But it shouldn't be Antonio up there. Really shouldn't. He's trying, but he's just fluffing about like he normally does. Aguerd puts it out for a Brentford throw-in with a one-on-one with Wissa, by the looks of it. It's just it should be better. It should be better football. To be fair, it should be better football from both sides. It really, really should. But it isn't, so we can't. So here we go again. Ajir with a run down to the right-hand side, passes it to De Silva, puts it in, but Fabianski gathers. That's all I've been saying for the last 20 odd minutes. Ball down that, but Fabianski gathers, which is what his job is at the end of the day. But Johnson's getting a little bit too antsy there. Play on for Brentford. Got us with the ball in. Bonner clears out. Not the most convincing, but well done there, Paquetá. Go on, mate. You've got a whole pitch there. Don't slow down. Don't slow. Tried to do a long ball over to Antonio, but Antonio's not quick enough for it. He had so many options to do. So many options. It just, as I said when we were doing the Leeds live watch along, there's the motivation just isn't out there at the moment. Nobody's really telling each other, come on, run, good, do it. Pass on your left, pass on your left. Pass it to your left foot, pass it to your right foot. It's just, Dave said he's out food shopping, so I cannot watch. So, watching you walking around the shop. While you're walking around the shop, mate, I'm guessing, I'm hoping. Yeah, so, Emerson. Souček really deep, trying to keep it out, but yeah, it goes out for a goal kick instead. Yeah, it's just... I hope you missed the rain there, Dave. I really hope you did, because it was an absolute torrent for about 10-15 minutes. About almost an hour ago. So Fabianski is going to take his time with the goal kick. Good point. Just looking at the Patreon conversations. And yeah, we're saying the same thing. We're saying we're playing too slowly, which is absolutely correct. It's just this. And so Brentford, to be fair. Brentford are... Dave, do you mean you were driving in it, not driving it in? Long ball from Brentford. Still Brentford. Paquetá's trying his best. Great interception, but there's nobody there to get the ball. Nobody's reading it. It's too much defending minding out there at the minute. It really should. Bowen should have been in and around it, reading the situation. He wasn't. Neither was Antonio. They're just jogging. Bowen's jogging about, giving giving Ajev so much room to run down the right hand side, and he still is. Now he passes it over. It's just, this is pathetic. I mean, we're just standing around, not doing anything. Roslev. Back to Roslev from Ajer by the looks of it. De Silva. Back to Roslev again. De Silva. Make a challenge, for fuck's sake, West Ham. Wake up. Oh. Let him have the ball. Not even trying. Not even trying. I really feel sorry for those guys who've gone to West London, because this is fucking dog shit at the minute. Dawson puts it out and goes for a Brentford throw in near to the right hand side corner flag. Because they're attacking down their right. We're trying to attack down our right. It's just, but nothing's doing. But this is honestly, this is dog shit. This really is poor. Yes, Dave, he is out there. He is, but they're just standing around watching them play. And okay, there might be an argument about the rain, blah 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 blah. But come on, there's Monkey Boy with the throw in. At some point, hello, the football game. Thank you. Rice clears. Souček. Sorry, Bowen, I should say. Johnson. Paquetá to no one. Rice, you should be reading it better than that, but Paquetá gets it back, but there's a deflect. Loose ball and Brentford get it. Oh, just read the fucking game, guys. Seriously, this is what I was saying on Wednesday about why people say you shouldn't be saying it's Moyes out. The players are pissing about at the moment, and as they were against Leeds. The Jair on the box. De Silva. Jensen to Roslev. Emerson. Just back to Tile now. Through to Emerson. Roslev. Just 2-1-1, and he's still able to pass the ball between them. What the fuck? This Potter goes for it, but it's 5 or 6 yards over the crossbar. This is honestly, guys, this is just. Oh, I can't say it. 41 people watching. Thank you very much to everybody. Please like the video if you're enjoying it. The more likes this video gets, the more people will be able to see this on YouTube, and the more people will be able to join in the conversation. Genuinely, it's not a vanity thing on me asking you to like it. It's genuinely how it works. Please do hit the like button, because it gives more advertising. Fabianski with a long ball free kick. Sorry, goal kick. Johnson headers, but nobody there to read it. Souček intercepts. Antonio starting to rain again now. Bowen back to Antonio. Bakadata standing about, but covers up for his mistake. Dawson. Johnson. Everyone's like, oh no, the ball's there. The ball's there. Just wake up. The Silva. Emerson just confuses himself, but gets the ball. And it's a free kick to Brentford on a foul on the Silva again by the looks of it. And it's totally justified. Souček, stop fucking arguing, you prick. She says, come on, put some effort into it. Agreed. Free kick taken. Ben Mee gets a bit of a clattering from Ogbonna, but stays on his feet, and Dawson puts it out for a Brentford throw-in. I genuinely wish we could talk more about this game, guys. It's honestly, it is slow from both teams. Sorensen's going to take the throw-in once again. Looks like the juniors warming up. Just standing around, nobody going for the ball. Just seriously, just letting them play. Not even that, just walking, and Rice is like, oh, hang on, do I go for it? Do I not? It's just. And Goodos is down now, but he's. We see the replay of this, because I don't think there's much in it, to be honest with you. No, of course we're not. So Jensen's going to take the free kick. Jordan's asking, what are your thoughts on Man United this season? No thoughts. This is a West Ham channel. I don't give a shit about them. Knock down the Moyes down. Knock down the Moyes down to the captain. David, what are you talking about? Knock down the Moyes down to the captain. Makes no sense. So it's either Jensen or Whistle going to take the free kick, and it's Jensen with the ball in. And a bit of confusion, and we're just off the post. That was close. Just off the post from it's offside as well by the looks of it, but so it's, yeah, he is offside. Hugely offside. It bounces off, and so it should have been called. It bounces off Ajer then, so shouldn't have happened, but yeah, we were lucky there. It would have been ruled out due to offside anyway from the interception, but yeah. The Rice going to take the free kick from just outside the centre circle. Looks like the foul was on Souček, I think, by the looks of things. All in. And yeah, not the best of attempts from Dawson, to be fair, but at least someone's having a fucking go. Gab says even the chat is off its tits today. I'm gonna get drunk instead. Every few months I feel like I pass through some transdimensional rift in the space-time continuum because people just don't fucking think, don't make sense, don't think about what they're doing, don't do anything. It's just social media is not a what's the word? It's not a gratification platform or anything. Just take, as I said to Dave, that the other geezer earlier, just like take your time. Don't rush it. You rush it, you make mistakes, and you make yourself look like a complete bellend. Like this guy here. This platform's for everybody, but show some respect at the same point. Richard, I did, as I said to you, mate, which is why I said to you, your message that makes no sense. You know, just, you look an idiot if you're going to put words that don't make any sense. Just, don't rush. Just take your time. There's plenty, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not like Snapchat where it just disappears in 30 seconds or whatever the time period is. Take your time. Agued, Ogbonna, Bakata. Long ball trying to find Antonio, but he's nowhere near it. And as a result, the Brentford goalkeeper gathers. Right, so we're coming up to 39 minutes now. So guys, for those that are new to the channel, this is around about the time we normally talk about getting your time ready for the extra time. So what are you guys thinking for extra time? I'll be very surprised if there is any, but I'm going for 2 myself. Guys, so in the live chat, put your thoughts on what you think the added time is going to be. Yeah, so I think you've misspelt the word arsehole there. Sheena reckons 2 minutes. Gabs reckons 2 minutes. Gabs copying me again, by the looks of it. Fabianski, Poppy says extra time plus 2 minutes. So 2 minutes of added time. We're going back to this. Yeah, so do you think West Ham are having a good season? I'm an Arsenal. You're an arsehole because we're a point above. We're 4th from bottom on goal difference. No one's gonna say we're having a good season. Come on, use your brain. Stop trying to get baiting out of people. Dawson, Ogbonna, Rice, Agued, Rice, Paquetá, Emerson, Antonio, holding the ball, running for goal, trying to create some space. Souček not alive to it, and so he loses the ball, but gathers it back quite easily. Paquetá, Rice, pumps it over to Johnson on the right-hand side, who can't control the ball, and now Brentford are on the break as a result of it. Bad ball by Rice and a bad decision by Johnson. But no, Brentford are trying to just play in the ball as well. We cannot even have a good 45 minutes. So to everybody else, for the remaining 30 people that are watching, give us your thoughts on added time. It's coming up in 3.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes, I should say. 4.5 minutes. Paquetá, Emerson, Agued, Rice, Dawson, Johnson, trying to attack in the box, keeps the ball just and Gets on, but yeah, goes out for throwing instead. Poppy said, I had my hopes up for today, thinking we might see more release performance, but looks like we've gone right back to normal now. To a degree, yeah. She says, we'd be lucky if we make it for the rest of the season. We will be, because regardless, staying up for the rest of the season, because the season's not gonna get closed down again like it was 3 years ago. That's what I'm talking about. Just take your time, explain what you're putting in the chat. Good. Sorry, Ajera, I should say. Roast left and back guitar makes a foul. Luke, you still here, son? Well, say what you mean. I've just been saying, take your time, explain what you're doing. Honestly, Sheena, come on. You know, you've been here long enough. You're one of the old guard watch along people. You know how this channel works. I can't read your mind if you don't put it in the chat, can I, eh? Free kick taken, it goes out again for a Brentford throw-in. Gued with a good clearance, to be fair. Exactly. Drinks are kicking in, Sheena, eh? And again, Sorensen going to take the throw-in. How many fucking throw-ins has this guy taken? Seriously, we're giving them so many opportunities. Fabianski with the lightest of pushes. But yeah, redeems himself and... Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Brentford are playing well. Brentford are playing well, and we're playing shit as a result of it. But neither team are playing anything to talk about. This is why I'm really fucking struggling at the moment. I'm sure a lot of commentators around the world that are covering this as well are really struggling because there's nothing doing. Is there anything doing? Looks like Souček's had a blow to the head. Or was that Bowen? Sorry, Bowen. Blow to the head by Jensen. I don't think it's on purpose. No, it's not. You know, De Silva did not mean that in any shape or form. But yeah, it's headlong collision. Rich is saying 1 minute for added time. Let me just double check. Where are we? Yeah, it is right. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Right, so corner to West Ham. Emerson taking the corner. Ball in. Poor ball. Goes out for another corner. What? How is that not a corner? All right, maybe it came off Souček, but it didn't look like it from this angle. So it is 1 minute. So Richard's obviously jumping ahead, being a smart ass. It's 1 minute. Like I said, I didn't think there was going to be any, but if there was, it was going to be 2. But it's halfway. He goes out for a Brentford throw-in. I was this close to not doing it tonight, guys. I really was. I should have listened to my instincts. But this is a home of the watch along. So we always do the away games, every game, as long as I'm around. Long ball from the goalkeeper once again. It goes out for a West Ham throw-in. That's it. End of the first half. No surprises in any shape or form, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's just nothing to talk about. Let's listen to some tunes, guys.
All my thoughts are running around inside my head. Emotions keep coming, they're keeping me from thinking straight. Thought it would be different when I got my things in place. Stuck in this commotion, how come I ain't past this yet? I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I try to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I changed. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but something stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. Start a life in the country, I could say yes to that. Whatever way you want me, I'll learn it all and I'll adapt. Even if I changed up everything except my name, we will still be Friday, cause I am still the same. I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I try to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I changed. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but something stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. Something stayed the same. I can change the way I am, the way I talk, the way I stand. It doesn't really matter, cause I'll still be the same. I can change the way I am, the way I talk, the way I stand. It doesn't really matter, cause I'll still be the same. Really made an effort, promised I would change, but some things stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, but some things stayed the same.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can see shit cause you have closed your eyes. You say you listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah. I try to help you, but you keep reading between the lines. There's nothing there for you to complicate, we're not aligned. You say you listen, but guessing that's just another sign. Not growing up, you're growing old, your life keep passing. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah. Now if you break it, I can take it, I don't need a prize. Leave out the fact that I am up against 1,000 guys. My intuition efficient cause I can use my mind. Don't try to tell me how it's done, you haven't done your time. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given
try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beats with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's capped. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write to give a piece of myself to the page, I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas in the reckless. Gold in my soul, got the same on the necklace, bitch.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Things
look around. There's stuff to be learned, body to be turned, it seems. Yes, there is. You got to pay your dues before it's all cookies and cream. Some people want the dinner cooked and served, and somehow that is what they deserve. Narcissus with a runaway self-esteem. But let me tell you, you got to pay your dues before it's all cookies and cream.
I really wish we could finish to enjoy that bloody song. I love it. It's a cracker, but we'll only get to hear it properly if there's like 5 or 6 minutes of added time. But the second half is about to kick off any second now. So, we good? We good, Marinette? Yep, there we go. Second half's kicked off. Poppy says, need to leave for a bit. Hope the game improves in the second half. Poppy, to be fair, you've got more important things to do. Listen to this shit that I've got to talk about. It's awful. Yeah, I put subscribers mode only on chat because I just want to have some decent conversations and not have all the idiots come in who aren't subscribed. So no changes at half time from either manager by the looks of it. So we got here. So we got Aguerd passing over to Ogbonna just in the box. Dawson. Take that graphic down. We can't fucking see the screen, you tossers. Thank you. A long ball up to try and find Worcester, but doesn't. Hang on, what? Sorry, guys. The feed's just decided to reset itself. Let me just see if I can get back into it. 4610. Yeah, here we go. Let me just. 14. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, just decided just to loop itself for some random reason. No idea why, but anyway. Probably because we were on the attack, to be fair. Now Wissers bombing through. Over to Lewis Potter, running down the left-hand side. Dawson watching him but not doing anything. Just standing his ground, and Fabianski easily gathers. Sake. It's a great run by Wisser. Nobody are helping whatsoever. I mean, the only person that's running at any real decent speed is fucking Emerson it's for Johnson by the looks of it. Nobody else really seems to give a shit. But yeah, straight at Fabianski. Bowen to Dawson. Rice. Let's hope the second half improves. I really genuinely do. Johnson back to Dawson. Over to Ogbonna. Aguerd. Rice. From Emerson. Back to Emerson, just over the halfway line. Long ball, trying to get it up to... Back it up. Oh, that was so from Souček. That was, sorry, from Bowen, I should say. It looked like Souček had pounced on it, but it was actually Bowen. That was close. That's just 2 yards off the right hand goalpost. But oh, it's a great ball in from Paquetá, to be fair. And it was Souček. And sorry, there was Emerson that put the ball in, but yeah, it was just so about that far away. Right, Dave is now coming back to say what he should have said about half hour ago. Mate, it's down to Rice to motivate the players as he's the captain, rather than that down from Moyes down to the captain shit. But yeah, agreed, 100%, mate. And don't use. That's a prime example of what I was saying in the first half. Don't use that autocorrect type what you're typing. Don't rely on it. What is automatically selecting for you, because you just look a nutter. And Whistle was offside then by the looks of it on the counter attack. So it looks like, yeah, one of the reasons why we're struggling in the midfield is that they're keeping 5 players in there. They're keeping their right back and left back pushed up in the same way that we're trying to push up our wing backs as well. So Fabianski to take the goal kick, the free kick. There we go, long ball. Nothing really doing. Dawson gives it to Johnson as for the throw in. Throw in taken. So absolutely no one. Antonio running right away from it. Bowen running for the ball. Slows down. Ball's in play, Bowen. You can attack it. Come on, attack the ball, West Ham. Come on, attack the ball. Packhead, don't touch him like that. Rice intercepts the ball. Souček panics and gives it to good. Don't know what he's trying to do there. I think the game is too quick for Paquetá. I really do. I really genuinely do. He's trying, bless him, but him and Agued, the pair of them, they don't seem ready for this league yet. Jesus. Fucking hell. Ball comes in, bad clearance, and Fabianski gathers off the is offside anyway from the rebound. Jesus Christ. Sheena says, I agree with you. Rich says, I'm back. Not much excitement from both teams. Agreed. Gab says, honestly, I don't think he's the man to do so, David. Definitely missing Noble there. We all miss Noble, Gab says. Sheena, yeah, I've said it many times on my previews. I don't think he's a captain. I really don't. He is trying his best. You can see he's trying, but he's just not there yet. He's not. He's a fantastic footballer. His work rate is second to none. But he's not captain material yet. He's a victim of his own ego. He really is. Antonio does well there, to be fair, but he's just not able to control much. Paquetá gets the ball and gets bundled over. So Emerson gets the ball and gets bundled over. Nothing doing. Emerson now gets the ball back and gets bundled over again. And now all of a sudden, Mariner decides that that's a free kick. Fuck's sake. I mean, in actual fact, it's less than the challenge beforehand. So just talking to each other, setting over the who's going to take the free kick. All over. Still keeping in. Can Ogbonna keep the ball in? No, we can't. Brentford throwing. It's a nice free kick, to be fair. It's a great idea. Trying to aim for Bowen, but he's just aim for Dawson, but it's too long and he's too slow, and it's Richard said only one more for both teams. It is, mate. It's ridiculous. Dawson to Bowen. Can Bowen put the ball in? Yes, he can. Straight to nobody. Rice. Emerson goes out for shouting for handball, but he goes out for a corner instead. It doesn't look like handball to me, to be honest with you. Ball to hand, maybe, not hand to ball. We're not going to get to see the replay, so no one's ever going to know. Rice taking the corner. What? I suppose. See if you can actually do it. We haven't seen him take a corner yet. See if you can do it. Antonio and Wissa and Bowen having a bit of a argy-bargy with each other. Come on. Ball in. Not a bad ball, to be fair. Really not a bad ball. And it goes out for a goal kick by the looks of it because there's a foul on the goalkeeper. Dave says, we just need players to put the ball in the net. No shit. Last time we won a game was October. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. It's a massive foul from Bowen on the goalie. 100%. 100%. Gav says there's no VAR up. No, apparently there is. Because it's both Premier League teams. Apparently there is VAR. Apparently, the commentators with that ball that I thought Aguero had kept the ball in because it didn't look fully over the line. Apparently, VAR was checking it. So, but we'll see. Because I know there's no VAR in the League Cup games, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure it is for the FA Cup. The Brentford still in possession, crossing over the halfway line. Almost. Now passing it back to each other in the Aguero. Sorensen. Through to Dansgaard, I think that is. Maybe. Or Godos, I think that is actually Godos. The Silva. Sorensen. Ajay. To Royslav and back to Ajay. Or Ajay, how you the fuck you pronounce it. And here we go. Here we go. Fluffing your lines. Fluffing your lines. Was able to clear it. Straight to Antonio, but nobody anywhere around him. Paquetá puts the ball over to find to Bowen. Just keeps it in, but Johnson's not alive to the movement, and Brentford now get possession, and now they're back on the attack. Albeit very, very slowly, but they've got plenty of room. De Silva's given space between Aguero and Bogbona, but fortunately nothing doing. It goes for a goal kick. It's going to be a long 35 minutes, guys. A long 35 minutes. Anything can happen in the next half hour. It's just, wading through treacle is an understatement with this. It really, really is. It's a nice attempt from Lewis Potter, but it's just nothing really doing in this game. Just out of interest, I wonder what the other scores are so far. So Wrexham 3, Coventry 1, Luton, and the rest is Wrexham. This Wrexham game is the only game that isn't a draw so far in the second half. It's ridiculous. Of course, Liverpool aren't playing until 8 o'clock against Wolves. Rice. Not a bad ball in from Aguero by the looks of it. Was that back to find Antonio, but he gets bundled down. Blub, 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 blub. Ben Rama's warming up, which is good. This is good news. Come on, don't take... My old man said follow the van. Deal in and dally in, dally in and deal in. Peter Sorensen. Looks like they're going to go back 2 at the moment. They're trying to push that hard, Brentford, by the looks of it. Jesus H. Christ. Peter Sorensen again. Silva. Jensen now. Back to De Silva. Rice gathers. Dawson. Wizard running through the ball. Fabianski. Over to Aguerd. Emerson to Rice, just behind the halfway line, boots the ball through. So right to Paquetá. Emerson moves the ball, mostly because Maroney got in the way of the run. But he moved out of the way in time, and now Wiss is on the attack. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for goal. He's going to pass it. What are you going to do? Do something? No, nothing. Safety first from him. Sheena says they look much more comfortable with their build-up play. Much more comfortable with their play build-up. Time for subs. Yeah, as we talked about Benny warming up. Would love to see Benny and Fornells, to be honest with you. Fornells on the bench? Yeah, he is. So, yeah, could happen. Could happen, mate. You never know. Fornells was the key player on Wednesday night. He really was. Made a complete difference. Now, Jensen and De Silva are going to play along the short corner again by the looks of it. Which says, very frustrating. This game has no style. It's very static and boring. Agreed, mate. Agreed. So Paquetá with a great clearance from a header off Agüed. Goalkeeper in the centre circle, boots it long. That should go out for a throw-in. It does. Yep. Looks like Dawson's going to take it. No, Johnson thought he was, but no, Johnson's going to take it instead. That's exactly how I'm feeling, Dave, mate. Exactly the same. Fucking just... Ugh. To be fair, I would have taken this on New Year's Eve before that rather than now. I really would have done. But it's just as painful to watch as that home game. It really is. Emerson. And Dave says, yes. Yes, a tactical mess from both teams. To a degree, from both teams. De Silva with the ball. Nobody attacking him. Everyone standing back. This has got a replay written all over it, guys. It really, really does. Really, really does. Yeah, but Agüed puts the ball out. Paquetá doesn't do right and it's pissed Antonio off because he was hoping for the ball. And it goes out for goal kick by the looks of it, I'm guessing. Godos. Notice the polls change now. It's 68% of you think West Ham are going to win. So it's still just over 2/3, but still. Fuck's sake. Guys, you know what? You genuinely know when this is bad because we've been doing this for what, 4 years now? 3 years? About 3 years. This summer will be the 4th year where we're doing watch-alongs consistently. And this is the worst I've ever seen it. It really is awful. It really is bad. I'm genuinely struggling to have a conversation with you guys about the game because there's just absolutely fuck all to talk about. It's just, ugh. The guys in the chat, by all means, discuss whatever you want. We'll talk about it while I'm trying to get something out of it. I mean, we've got a free kick out of this build-up play, but it's just it's awful times. Hang on a second. Free kick, nothing doing. See what that looks like. Yeah, it's better. And now Paquetá's out of the pitch with an injury again. Oh, hang on, pitch has come off. Yeah, that's better. Gina's asking, has anybody got the West Ham Stadium in Lego? Sorry, numbers meant laughing. Yeah, whatever, Richard. Bone with an attack then, but nothing really doing with it. There's Potter on the ball. Emerson running in, but done absolutely fuck all with it. There we go. Brentford still on the attack. Not by much. Oh, Silva tries it, but it's out. Guys, this has got. I said it before, and I'll say it again. This has got fucking replay written all over it. Now it looks like the Brentford manager Frank is going to make some really good changes now. By the looks of things, Janlet and Gade, is that Jade? Yanel, that's how you pronounce it. Yanel. Gina says, I got them off the West Ham store. My boy loves them, but my fingers and back didn't. You mean your feet as well, standing on the pieces? No designs out there for Lego Hammer Stadium on Lego only man. No, there is one. There is one. It's the London Stadium. It's been around for about 3 years, 4 years now, I think. I'm a great backdoor. Shut up, Gabs. This mate, this isn't carry on movie. Rice. Emerson. That was Aguerd, sorry. Aguerd, I should say. So check over to Dawson, to Johnson. Back to Dawson. Suchek loses the ball. 2-on-1. There's only one answer for that. And now they're on the attack now. De Silva, I think. Or was that Wisser? Now it's De Silva, sorry, so it was Wisser. Yeah. Jensen put the ball in. Borislav doesn't do anything. And Lewis Potter's the ball goes out. Hello, Russ. I hope your last hour and a half's been more fruitful than this bloody ours has. The one in Hammer Shop is not Lego, some cheap company. Is it? Okay. But that's what Sheena means. Fabianski's rowing with the Marin. It's all kicking off now. I don't know why. It's just... We're just mouthing off to each other. Me and the missus went shopping and said Russ, so maybe not. Bonner and Marin are now having a conversation. So that's going to be at least 2 minutes added on to the end of the game. At least. One looks like he's going to snog him in a minute. Yeah, something's happened. Here we go. Is the substitutions to be made now? So De Silva's coming off for Brentford. And Janlet is coming on And Lewis Potter's coming off as well. And Debbie for Shade coming on. Callum's asking, what's your next league game? It's Wolves away on Saturday. Which is his answer, but directed it at the wrong person. Right, so is Emerson going to take the throw in by the looks of it? Yes, all right, director of broadcast. Focus on the man that's got absolutely nothing to do with the game. Go on. And now Brentford put it back to the goalkeeper who clears it long. For fuck's sake. I feel like that commentator in Simpsons. You know, when there's the Mexican game goes. And it's just... You know, when they have soccer in the Simpsons stadium, and it's just like the fans are sitting there going, it's like that. Whistle still going. McIntyre stamps all over him. I said, see Rice is linked with the goons today. Well, yeah, Arsenal are goons, but it's paper talk, mate. It's absolute bullshit. Ignore it. Absolutely ignore it, fella. Absolutely ignore it. He's gonna be linked with every team in the top six, the so-called top six, for now until the day he leaves in the summer. That's it. It's boring. It bores the fuck out of me. So Janet with the long bolt. That was almost, yeah, miscommunication between Rice and Fabianski there by the looks of things. Let's have a look at the replay. He's applauding Rice for clearing it. So the corner going to be taken. Oh, God. Poor corner. Poor corner. But West Ham on the break now. Bowen running over the halfway line. Almost tripping over his own feet then almost. 2-on-1. Nobody to support him, so he loses the ball as a result of it. How sad that people are subscribing just to put comments in. And completely irrelevant comments as well, for that matter. Just looking at the replay when... Yeah. Yeah, it's a stupid decision by Dawson there. It really, really is. Another free kick. Gued clears. Gets trampled on by Wissa, but nothing's doing. But he gets straight back up. And Fabianski gathers with his attempt, which wasn't all that strong, to be honest with you. It really wasn't all that strong. Johnson. Bowen. Back to Dawson. Ogbonna. Josh, shut up with your trolling. Subscribing to the channel just to put in crap. It's ridiculous. West Ham about to sign Gavardio. Romano just reported it. He's a defender. I'll believe that when I see it. We don't need a defender at the minute. Rice with the ball in. The rumour as far as I'm concerned. We need forwards more than anything, 100%. We've got more than enough defenders. Just because he says we're about to do it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. Emerson to Rice, back from Rice running through. Ball in. Ball out. Shake it all about. Hey, hey! Nothing doing. Bonner to Rice was very small passes. All back round, round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Emerson. So back at Darsoi to Rice. Over to Johnson. Brentford on the attack. Very good. Make sure it goes out for a goal kick. Rish is excelling himself with spelling again. Games 2, not 2, 2. Static without forwards. Absolutely agreed, mate. But with... Oh, this is painful. The 2 you've used means if you're going somewhere. No, he's not playing scum. He's not, Josh. I don't know what your game is, mate, but you're not talking about the game in any shape or form. You're just coming on to try and rile people by the sounds of it. Russ says, do you see Sullivan selling up soon? No, I don't, mate, to be honest with you. I really don't. He could, but it won't be soon. It'll be a long time yet. Because if you watch the West Ham Way content that Dennis and Jeff and I did the other night, it's David Gold's been ill for a while, bless him, before he passed away. I don't care what the club said. He's been looking ill for a good two and a half years. He's not been well. He's been very quiet with a lot of things. So there would have been something in place with what's happening. Nobody knows. No one actually knows what's going to happen with Gold's shares. Is it going to go to the family? Is Kretinsky going to buy it? Are they just going to put it up for new investors? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Josh has asked for a decent question since joining. What do you lot think of Scamacca? I think it's a good player, but he hasn't had enough games. Yes! Fucking hell. First shot on target, and it's a goal. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at this. The Brentford bowling in was given too much space from the centre backs, but fuck it, who cares? Gabs, if you were paying attention, I was answering Josh's question about Skamaka. Brilliant goal from Benny. It is. It's. I can see why I can see why the Brentford manager is just making these substitutions, because that's a poor thing. That's a really, really poor thing at the minute. But we never know. So Brentford have made some massive substitutions now to try and shore up the defence by the looks of things. Which is, oh my god, the Hammers have woken up. Thanks to Benny. Dave reckons his shares he's going to go to his daughters. Nobody knows. Everyone's just conjecturing. Conjecture. It's all conjecture at the minute, mate. Nobody actually fucking knows what's happening. But yeah, it's very likely that's going to happen. But yeah, I was just asking you to check Benny. That's what you see him making a play. I said, I don't know. Literally just said he could be. He could. Kretinsky is the Czech co-owner. Yeah, he does. We don't know. I literally, genuinely just said it. Someone could buy it. He could buy it. It could go to his family. I gave the 3 options there. I don't know. Nobody knows at the moment because, with all due respect, he only passed away a few days ago. Gabs just looking for 2. Yeah, so you need to get context, Gabs. That I'm talking about David Gold here. I said David Gold has been looking ill for the last 2 to 3 years. Have we gone through some interdimensional rift recently where I'm starting to speak Swahili or something? Brentford got a corner now. 9 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Which is going to be, I'm guessing stoppage time is going to be anything for about 5 minutes, the way this is looking. But we never know yet. We'll talk about it in a few more minutes. Fabianski gathers from the Brentford attack. John, I can safely say you haven't entered the multiverse. As well, there's some sort of dimensional rift where people don't seem to understand what I'm saying or even listening, for that matter. I've got the most clearest microphone I can possibly get. Got the microphone cranked up to as high as it can do without overloading everybody's earflows. I don't know what else I can do. As Gab said earlier, the chat's gone off its tits already, so it's just point improving. Josh was saying West Ham could have used someone like Tony. Proves my point. Yeah, he was. But it looks like I'll be very surprised if he's got much career left in him, because he's going to get charged for all these betting errors betting slips he's been charging. Great, poor movement from Henry, but Rice intercepts. Over to Bowen. Ben Rahman changed the game. Mohamed, who? Who is Naif Akrad? Who's Naif Akrad? Which is West Ham. Gab says, sorry, but I'm dealing with the game. My son and daughter and dog broken stream and your bollocks. You wish you could handle my bollocks. She should have said at the start, sorry, I wasn't able to pay attention. What were you talking about? You know, again, I'm not a mind reader. Richard says there's only one Ben Rama. Yeah, sometimes I may miss something, but you miss everything, mate, because you don't say you're busy. How am I supposed to know? So sorry, can you just clarify? You know, I can't mind read. It's simple, basic things. Bone with the corner. Ball in. Gets cleared by Wissa by the looks of him. Ben Rahman just skies it second time round. But at least, to be fair, he's changed the game. He massively, massively changed the game. Hasn't said who he's come on for yet. Let's just get the updates. Ben Rama came on for Souček. Yeah, makes total sense. Absolute total sense. His daughter said yesterday that they will go to the daughters and he will run it for them because he's on the board. Well, actually, if I remember correctly, there's something about his son-in-law going in because he's a West Ham fan. If I remember correctly. But again, we don't know until it's properly officialised because it's all up for grabs. It's all up for grabs. I'll stop calling him the wizard. A long wait for the game to end. It's not 5 minutes, guys. So what do you reckon for added time? That's what I read yesterday. That's fair enough, but I could have sworn, I swear that I saw something saying that it was going to his son-in-law because he's a West Ham fan and he wants and David Gold wanted a West Ham fan on the board. Yanel tries it and skies it. Russ reckons 4 minutes. Shima reckons 6 minutes. I reckon 4 myself. If anyone else is coming on for Antonio. Danny died to buy up all the shares. Gab's the same, 5s as well. He probably will be 5 now with all these substitutions because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's at least 3 minutes plus the other stuff. And Down's coming on for... Who's Down's coming on for? Is he not making that substitution yet? Back guitar, who looks knackered to be fair. Richard says 1 minute and 26 seconds. Ref forgets to look at the watch and adds an extra 2 minutes. Fabianski with the goal kick. Rice. Ben Rama from Gued by the looks of it. But Ben Rama loses possession. Gued. Emerson. Poor ball trying to find Bowen. Really poor ball trying to find Bowen. Yeah, yes, mate. The daughter's husband is a West Ham fan and on the board. Yeah, exactly. 6 minutes for added time, says David. Yeah, I knew I was right. I knew the daughters weren't having it. Or it might be Kara, but anyway, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't make any difference. Got to give it to Myers that he more often than not brings good subs on. Yes and no. The Leeds substitutions were questionable. These ones make more sense tonight. They really do. They make much more sense than Wednesday night. Dave's obviously seen what the details are because he's now changed his answer to 3 minutes. So it's going to be 3 minutes by the sounds of it. Jardo tries it, but gets a deflection and goes wide for a corner. 2 minutes left of normal time, I should say. It should be a minimum of 4. At least a minimum of 4. Great defending there from Aguerd. Really in the right position. Richard says, Hammers have wasted 45 minutes of the first half, making me sleepy. You've been sneaky again, Dave, haven't you, eh? Being sneaky. Sneaky little so-and-so. He's a sneaky little so-and-so. The corner comes to nothing. Corner comes to nothing. Emerson clears. Rice. Oh, nice. Up to 4 nails. Great clearance. Great little boot movement. Pabs, don't fluff it. Don't fluff it. Ah. So close then. So close. Dave says 2-1 Saturday up the hammers. No stopping us now. You mean against Wolves? We'll be doing the watch along next weekend, guys. As usual. So the final substitution from it's going to be 5 minutes now. Now the long 120 seconds. It's going to be at least 5 minutes. It has to be with all these substitutions that's happened. It has to be at least 4 to 5 minutes. Plus the goal celebration on top of that. It's got to be 5. Has to be 5. Four minutes. That makes no sense. But it's 4 minutes. So we called it. Russ, you called it, mate. Well done. Yeah, Brentford still in attack. Emerson lets it roll out for a throw in. Oh my god, 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Ouch. Still fart arsing about. I wonder if you can update it now. No. Whistler tries, but fails, unfortunately. Guys, we're getting new internet on Wednesday, so I'm hoping for... God, that's terrible. Just look at the replay of Whistler. We get new internet on Wednesday, so hopefully the quality will be better for next time. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Might even try it doing 4K. That's no point. Emerson on the run. Oh, sorry, Ben Rama on the run, I should say. Thinks it. Oh, that was close. Trying to dink it up to Bowen, then that could have been 2-0. That really could have been 2-0. As it always is with West Ham, a game of two halves, as always. A minute and a half left. Is it over yet? But to be honest with you, this game's mostly been Brentford. That really has. We've had about 5 minutes. Been about 5 minutes of decent play in the entire. What was it? 3 minutes of 1 minute of added time in the first half of 46. Desperate times now. The goalkeeper coming up as well. So Sorensen with a throw in again. Take advantage of the goalkeeper being away, guys. Come on, Benny. Wasted. Well, not wasted, but falls flat. Game Moyes is too stubborn to bring half-time subs, we would have been a much better second half. Yeah, Fornells and Ben Rama should have come on half-time. I absolutely agree. No stoppers now up the ways. So that's it, guys. By the looks of it, it looks like we're coming to full time. There we go, full time. Retribution for New Year's Eve, I guess, from that point of view. But we are through to the 4th round. Bloody. Richard says, look at it this way, win-win to the Hammers. Absolutely, Benny saves the day. 100% agree with you. Totally agreed. But yeah, we're through to the 4th round. So when that draw's done, I put it up on social media what we're doing. I might do a reaction video again. Gav says, oh, finally, good job. It was an absolutely fucking piss-awful game to watch. Got to be happy with that, John. But I am. I'm not because of the way that we played, but the substitutions changed the game as they did against Leeds as well, for that matter. In terms of, Richard says, when's the draws? It's going to be probably Monday or Tuesday night, one of the two. Probably Monday night, to be honest with you. But guys, yeah, that's it. We're through to the 4th round. Very happy that we'll be able to progress. And obviously, of course, the priority now is going to be the Wolves game on Saturday. So everyone's going to refocus for that. So that'd be interesting to see what happens in the next few days. But in the meantime, guys, we can sit back, we can relax, we can have a nice weekend. Now we've seen West Ham win, albeit in a most scrappiest, patheticest game we've ever seen for a long, long time. For those who are able to watch the streams. So in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic weekend. And Richard, thank you very much for your time as well, mate. Sheena said take care and all the best now. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. All the best.